Evan had always believed he and Claire were one of the lucky ones. High school sweethearts, married young, building a life filled with dreams they whispered late into the night. For years, Evan missed the signs, the late nights at work, the sudden protectiveness over her phone, the way she stopped reaching for his hand when they walked side by side. It wasn't a hotel receipt or a lipstick-smudged collar that shattered Evan's world. It was an open laptop. Claire had left her email open, and curiosity gnawed at him. What he found wasn't just a fling. It was months of emotional intimacy with another man. The emails spoke of dreams, fears, jokes, tender secrets she once shared only with Evan. When he confronted her, Claire didn't even deny it. She wept, claiming it just happened because she felt lonely, even with him around. That her heart had found comfort elsewhere long before her body followed. The betrayal wasn't just about the cheating, it was about being replaced emotionally, piece by piece, without even noticing. The nights that followed were the darkest of Evan's life. Every moment felt heavy, breathing hurt. Friends tried to help, but most just awkwardly patted his shoulder and changed the subject. Except for Lily. Lily was a mutual friend Evan had barely noticed before, someone quiet, kind, and seemingly always in the background. She reached out, first with a simple message. "If you need someone to talk to, I'm here." At first, Evan resisted. He didn't trust anyone anymore, but loneliness has a way of breaking down walls. Slowly, he opened up. Lily listened without judgment. She didn't offer cliches or empty comfort. She sat with his pain, bore witness to it. Weeks turned into months. Their conversations grew from sadness into laughter, from brokenness into hope. Evan realized he wasn't just surviving, he was living again. Where Claire had drifted into secrecy, Lily was an open book. Where Claire had hidden her heart, Lily offered hers, trembling but sincere. He never planned to fall in love again, least of all with someone he once barely saw. But life has a strange way of stitching together torn hearts in unexpected patterns. Evan didn't fall into Lily's arms overnight. Trust, once shattered, doesn't rebuild itself with a kind word or a smile. It's a long, brutal climb out of a pit that some people never escape. There were nights Evan still woke up from dreams where Claire was whispering to someone else, smiling in ways she hadn't smiled for him in years. Some mornings he would sit on the edge of his bed, phone in hand, half wanting to call Claire just to yell, just to hear her say she was sorry again. But he never did. He knew that door needed to stay closed. Meanwhile, Lily stayed consistent. No sudden vanishing acts, no vague answers. She didn't rush Evan to heal. Some days they would talk for hours about movies, old memories, stupid things that made them laugh. Other days, Lily would simply sit in silence with him on the porch, sipping coffee, watching the sky change colors without feeling the need to fill every quiet space. Evan slowly realized he wasn't used to being seen without being judged. Lily didn't look at him with pity. She didn't see a broken man. She saw Evan, still fighting, still standing, even when he didn't believe he was. One evening, after a long walk through their small town, they ended up at an old park bench they used to visit in college, back when they were all just kids with no idea how cruel love could sometimes be. The conversation stumbled into the past. Evan found himself talking about his fears, about never being enough, about how Claire made him feel invisible long before she ever touched another man. Lily listened closely. Then with the softest voice, she said, "You were never invisible, Evan. You were just standing in front of someone who stopped looking." Those words broke him in ways nothing else had. The tears came, the kind he hadn't let himself cry even when he first found those emails. Lily didn't flinch. She sat closer, holding his shaking hands until the storm passed. It wasn't a romantic moment. It was something deeper, something sacred, a human moment. Weeks turned into seasons. Evan finalized the divorce papers, each signature feeling like a slow funeral for the life he once imagined. Claire didn't fight it. Maybe a part of her knew she had already left long before the ink dried. As winter melted into spring, Evan and Lily's bond shifted. No longer just two wounded souls holding each other up, but something more solid, more alive. It wasn't flashy, There were no dramatic declarations under the stars. Love grew in the small things, the way Lily remembered how he liked his coffee, the way Evan noticed the nervous little laugh Lily had when she got excited. Evan knew he still carried scars. Trust would always come harder now. But he also knew this. Betrayal didn't kill his capacity for love. It just taught him to protect it better, to give it to someone who could cherish it. Sometimes life breaks you apart so you can put yourself back together differently, stronger, wiser. And sometimes, if you're lucky, someone will be waiting on the other side, not to complete you, but to walk beside you as you rebuild.